So I'd like to call a meeting to order. This is the Practice and Education Committee agenda. It is now 1:06. If I could have a roll call performed to establish the quorum. Dr. Pruitt?
Present.
Dr. Chawla?
Here.
And I'm present, so we have all members present. At this time, I'd like to open up for public comment for all items not on the agenda.
This is the moderator. We've opened up for public comment for items not on the agenda. If you would like to make a comment, please type the word comment into the Q&A box, which should have appeared in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and send that comment to all participants. If you are a dial-in user, please dial *3 to raise your hand, and we will call on people in the order that we have requests for comments. Let's take just a moment to see if we have requests for public comment. Seeing no request for public comment, do you wish to close comments at this time?
Yes, please. Thank you, moderator. Okay, I'm moving on to agenda item number 3, discussion and possible action on the January 28th, 2022 PEC meeting minutes. If there are any comments or corrections to the minutes, members, please say so at this time. Otherwise, I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes as written.
So moved.
We have a first. Do we have a second?
A second.
Okay, so we have a first by Dr. Chawla and a second by Dr. Pruitt. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
I think you have to do a roll call, don't you, Jeff?
Okay. Dr. Chawla?
Aye.
Dr. Pruitt?
Aye.
And Dr. Garcia, I vote aye, so it's unanimous. Minutes are accepted as written. Thank you. Moving on to action item number 4, discussion and possible action on continuing education course approval. Request pursuant to Title 16 California Code of Regulations, Section 1536. These are our Kaiser applications. Doctors, did you all have time to review them? If so, if you have any concerns or questions on any of these 5, let's discuss those now.
No concerns or
have
comments for me.
Yes. Neither do I. I don't have any concerns or questions or comments.
Okay, then I'll accept a motion to accept all 5 CEs as presented as acceptable.
I move to accept all CEs present in item 4, section A, 1 through 5.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
We have a first and a second. We'll do a roll call vote to accept all items in section 4A as approved. Dr. Chawla?
Aye.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
this is the moderator. After you make a motion, I believe you were supposed to take public comment
Okay.
before.
Thank you. So we'll open public comment for agenda item number 4 before we go to a roll call vote. You can please open up the public comment.
We are now open for public comment on this matter. If you would like to make a comment, please type the word comment into the Q&A section in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and send that comment to all participants. If you are a dial-in user, please dial *3 to raise your hand, and we will call on people in the order that we have requests for public comment. Let's take just a moment now to see if we have a request for public comment. Seeing no request for public comment, would you like to close comments at this time?
Yes, please, moderator. Thank you. Okay, again, I'll now go back to a roll call vote. Dr. Chawla?
Aye.
And Dr. Pruitt? I'm not sure if we lost you. Dr. Pruitt?
Aye.
I vote aye. So agenda item number 4 passes. Thank you. We'll move on to action item number 5, discussion and possible action on continuing education course approval request pursuant to Title 16, California Code of Regulations, Section 1536. These are the online webinar applications. Board committee members, if you have any concerns or questions on any of these items, please say so.
I don't have any concerns with this group.
Okay.
I'm also okay with these.
Okay, great. So moderator, if we can open up for public comment.
Absolutely. We are now open for public comment. If you would like to make a comment, please type the word comment into the Q&A section in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and send that comment to all participants. If you are a dial-in user, please dial *3 to raise your hand, and we will call on people in the order that we have requests for public comment. Let's take a moment now to see if we have a request for public comment. Seeing no request for public comment, do you wish to close comments at this time?
Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, this time I'll do a roll call vote to accept all items in number 5 as approved as written. Dr. Chawla?
I think we need to make a motion first.
Okay, would someone like to make
So
a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve all the lectures in
Okay, do
on
we have a
item
second?
5.
And I second.
We have a first and a second. We've already had public comment. Do a roll call vote. Dr. Chawla?
Aye.
Dr. Pruitt?
Aye.
And Dr. Garcia, I vote aye. Item 5 passes. Move on to action item number 6, discussion and possible action on continuing education course approval request pursuant to Title 16, California Code of Regulations, Section 1536. These are complete applications. There are 2. Committee members, do you have any questions or concerns? We can discuss that at this time.
No concerns.
None for me either.
Okay, and just for full transparency, Section B, Item B, that is a course that I submitted for approval. If I can have the moderator open for public comment at this time.
We are now open for public comment on agenda item 6. If you would like to make a comment, please type the word comment into the Q&A section in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and send that comment to all participants. If you are a dial-in user, please dial *3 to raise your hand, and we will call on people in the order that we have requests for public comment. Let's take just a moment now to see if we have a request for public comment. Seeing no request for public comment, would you like to close comments at this time?
Yes, thank you, moderator. Okay, now I'll entertain a motion to accept and approve all CE and action item number 6.
I
So
move to
moved.
accept. So, yeah, there. I second.
Okay, so we have a first and second. Dr. Chawla
I vote aye.
and Dr. Pruitt,
Aye.
Dr. Garcia, I vote aye. So all items in action item 6 are approved. We'll move on to action item number 7, future agenda items. If we can open up for public comment.
We are now taking public comment on future agenda items. If you would like to make a suggestion for a future agenda item, please type the word comment into the Q&A box in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and send that comment to all participants. If you are a dial-in user, please dial *3 to raise your hand, and we will call on people in the order we have a request for comment. Let us take just a moment now to see if we have a request for public comment. Seeing no request for public comment, would you like to close comments at this time?
Yes, please. Committee
So,
members.
Dr.
Yes.
Sarcia, I do have a future agenda item.
Yes, Dr. Shawla.
And this, I don't even know if we need to put it on our meeting for next time, or you should just take it to the board. We had discussed the immunization certification, and when people apply. So, for example, I took the course last year for the emergency authorization to administer COVID vaccines. And this year I got a message from Ketchum saying that the board was now accepting applications. So I submitted my application and my check. The board has cashed the check, but we have not agreed upon, the full board has not agreed upon a designation or what we're going to do, because I personally am not doing anything yet because I know better than to start doing something without waiting for the board to send me a notification that I'm actually okay to do injections and be certified. But other people would assume I've submitted my application, I've given my $50, they've cashed it, so I'm okay to do immunizations. But the public has no way of knowing which doctors those are because we've not talked about formally on the board level as to who, what, how we're going to designate that on a license. I briefly discussed with Dr. Wong, what we might do. And if you want to do TPLGI, that's an awfully long certification. So I would suggest that we offer up to the board something like LGI, because in order to be a therapeutic, if you're going to treat glaucoma, you already have therapeutics. If you do lacrimal, you already have therapeutics. If you do
Dr. Chawla, I think you cut out there. Did we lose Dr. Chawla?
Quite possibly. It hasn't, oh, yes. Yes,
Okay.
she just dropped.
Dr. Chawla brings up a good point. I remember we've had this discussion before. Can anyone on staff maybe bring us up to speed on where we are?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, this is Natalia, and I'm actually the sole person handling the immunization applications. And Dr. Chawla was actually right on the money on the direction we're going. I can't discuss it too much because it's not on the agenda, of course. But there is a plan. Staff has not forgotten about it, and it will be along the same lines of like the TLG specialization. There is a plan. I think we're actually supposed to be going over a bit more at the board meeting next week.
Great. Thank you for the update, Natalia. Appreciate it.
Dr. Chawla has returned.
Yeah, sorry, I vanished and I'm back.
Dr. Chawla, Natalia just gave us an update. Natalia, if you can repeat that for us.
No, I heard her. I got it.
You heard it? Okay.
Yes, it'll be at the board meeting next week, and that's great. That's
Yes.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for bringing that up, Dr. Chawla. Any other future agenda items from the committee? Hearing none, it looks like it brings us to the adjournment portion of our committee meeting. I'll move to adjourn the meeting if someone would like to second that.
Second.
Okay. And we'll just do a roll call. Dr. Chawla?
Aye.
Dr. Pruitt?
Aye.
I vote aye, so the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, staff, for all the work you've done on these CEs. I know it's a lot of data to work through. Thank you to the committee members for reading through all of these. It's an important step to make sure that our CE is maintained in quality. So at this time, I'll adjourn to the board meeting next week. We'll see you then. Thank you.